UTMB Training week 7, and it's been another really big build week, and that was even with an unscheduled rest day. So here's a recap of how the week went. Monday was a weights test recovery walk. Nice and easy, just getting the legs stretched to start the week off. Tuesday was an interval session, and then that was followed with a uphill climb simulation, and I have made a specific video on that type of training, so I'll put a link to that up there. So I did the third climb of UTMB simulation, which was an absolute beast, and then that afternoon I did a 85-kilometer cycle with around 1600 meters of climbing. So that's 50 miles with a mile of ascent, give or take. And after that, my legs felt fine on the cycle, but running I was really struggling. Saturday of week 7, and I'm just back from my interval run. Yesterday I decided to have a rest day. I was feeling pretty tired after Wednesday's activities. Fatigue levels were at an all-time high after Wednesday, so Thursday I was due to do an interval session. I skipped that and did a 45-minute easy run, and then on Friday I was still feeling pretty tired, so I had a unscheduled rest day, which was fantastic. And then today I'm just back from doing a 2-hour run with 12 by 4-minute intervals, so I'm pretty tired, but the legs are feeling really good after that rest day. And considering I am at the end of a 3-week build block, one more day to go before recovery week, I'm pretty happy with how the legs are feeling today and the speed I was doing. That's the long run done, 20 miles. I think it was around 1900, 2000 meters of climbing. Let me go and get freshened up, and I'll take you through the rest of the week. Nice cold shower and feeling much more refreshed now after that long run. As a bit of a summary then, so Thursday, as I mentioned, was a easy run, which wasn't scheduled because my legs were feeling it after Wednesday, and then they still weren't 100% or even close to that on the Friday, so I had my rest day. Saturday was the 12 by 4 minutes over 2 hours, which was a tough session. And then today I rounded it out with a 32-kilometer run with just over 1900 meters of climbing. As a summary for the week then, I will put the run stats on screen now. As you can see, I ran 96.5 kilometers and just under 5,000 meters of climbing, which I think is my biggest ever training week of elevation. I have had weeks when I've raced and I've done over 6,500 meters of climbing in a race week, but I've never trained that close to 5,000 meters of elevation. Distance was slightly down, but amount of climbing was slightly up on the previous week. Cycling, I'm just checking the stats now. I had 103 kilometers of cycling with 2,800 meters of climbing. So that was a much bigger week than the previous week in terms of cycling as well. Moving on to the overall training stress score as well, that was a new record for this week. It was higher than the previous weeks. I'll put that on screen now for you. And that just shows that not just the duration that I was running, as I mentioned, I actually ran less, but the cycling had a big impact in terms of training stress score, but also doing those 12 by 4 minutes and the heart rate meant that that was actually higher than some of the interval sessions I've done the previous week, which all contribute to a higher training stress score. So an absolutely huge week of training, my biggest training week to date. I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please give it a thumbs up and share it, and make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any future content. I'll see you next time.